Ah, the Vanguard's handler. I won't embarrass us with empty declarations of gratitude. But I will admit that, for now, we have a common goal. Let that be enough. Ido briefed me on Maya Sundaresh's echo and its ability to manipulate radiolaria. I believe Fikrul's echo does something similar to ether. Elixni fables tell of alchemy that change the polarity of ether between light and dark. When the ether inside of living Elixni is affected, it turns them into scorn. The reverse may be possible, but we won't know for certain until we claim the echo for ourselves. I am not eager to unravel another paracausal riddle, but I have looked into my people's eyes as their ether was defiled, watched their minds unravel as they rotted from within. This has never been about politics or power for Fikrul. He must be stopped.
Welcome to my most lucrative customer. I hear your scorn hunt hit a dead end, so to speak. That might be a problem I can solve. My web vibrates with tales of something festering in the reef. Not a revival like the Tomb of Elders. Something fresh. Sounds like Fikrul's building a fiefdom on my old turf. He was always high-minded. As an Archon, he was forever bloviating on mystical matters. Carnage this, and the great machine that. Look where all his enlightenment got him in the end. Preaching to a choir of rotting corpses. But that's the way of fanatics. Trying to remake the world that everyone else expects. I can't imagine anything worse for business. I prefer my customers alive. I suggest you pay this new Scorn encampment a visit. It might be the source of all our problems and their solutions.
I really can't thank you enough for your help with Aramis. We're on the same side of this fight. So long as her people are safe, it's in her best interest to help us. Just in time, too. Scouts from the House of Light found something in the reef. A formation of asteroids lashed together. Between the reckless approach to construction and their taste in architecture, it's safe to say the Scorn are involved. We're closing in on Fikrul's base of operations, and everyone's pitching in on a plan. But before you go, I have something for you. I've spent countless hours studying Nezarek's curse. I've come to believe it shares a few elements with Dark Ether. I haven't yet found a safe treatment, but I did think of a way to weaponize my experiments against the Scorn. It's just a framework for now. Collect some practical data from the field, and maybe you can make something of it.
This must be the place. Looks like Spider's intel was solid.
So many Scorn. Why aren't they attacking?
Fikrul alone would be careful of careless. It is not enough to destroy my Baron. He must be seen doing it.
He's playing to the crowd. I don't like where this is headed. Looks like a dead end.
No. There is a fell magic at work here. Examine the photon reflectors closely.
You're right. There's something off about those mirrors. Whoa! The Guardian's energy signature just changed. Where are they?
This must be an ancillary effect of Fikrul's echo. Some kind of extra-dimensional projection.
It is a reflection of his fortress. Just as the Scorn are the dark reflections of the Elixir. For ages, the fallen were placed by the great machine. so self-righteous. But now it blesses the scorn, gives the gift of life. Now we are the miracle. And how do they welcome their savior? With murder, subjugation, and jealousy.
Fikrul thinks of himself as some kind of savior. As if he's helping all these Elixni. It's perverse.
His delusions of greatness appeared even as an Archon in the House of Wolves. But then, as now, he seeks only to save himself from inadequacy.
He's desperate to prove that he's more than a joke played on me by the Ahamkara.
You approach the throne room. The final Kell will soon be decided.
I'm not so sure. This whole thing feels like a spectacle for Fikrul's followers. And he's not ready for the show to end yet.
Now you see, children, how small and broken are the Elixni. Their force dwindles, their houses fall, and our army grows inside their flesh. Soon, he will bow to Fikrul, life-breather.
Good work, Guardian. It looks like Ido's frame really came alive during that mission.
Yes, the energies of the Revenant plane were just the component it needed. Unfortunately, we're no closer to ending Fikrul. Or curing my father's curse.
Have patience, daughter. We must know our enemy before we defeat them. And the Guardian has discovered much of value this day.
Now we just need to locate the lost apothecary, and we'll have all the tools to finish the job. I just read Ido's report on Fikrul's fortress. Good work, Guardian.
Is that your measure of success? A report? Any Kell worth their ether would see you docked.
Yeah. Guardian, I invited Aramis to weigh in here. Ida was right. We need her intel.
Luckily, Ido's research continues, despite your incompetence. She's close to recreating a tonic that can alter the polarity of ether.
Could be key in breaking through to Fikrul.
Records from old Reese name the plants required. Organisms genetically cultivated over centuries by eco-splicers. With fragrances and colors that have yet to exist on your drab little planet. All now extinct, withered and polluted by the whirlwind. The active ingredients might still be harvested from Earth's primitive flora. But only one still living knows what they are.
Our lost apothecary. We've got to find her.
Re-enter Fikrul's lair and fetch her at once. Fail again, and I shall be forced to take more drastic measures.
Guardian, we're getting ready for another attack on Fikrul's fortress. I've been doing my best to follow the apothecary's notes. It was hard to find some of the components, but I think I'm on the right track. I'm calling this the tonic of ether clarification. A way to extract the darkness from ether and suffuse it with light. If it works at all. I haven't been able to test it, and I can't be sure anything will affect Fikrul while he holds the echo. Guardian, if you can fight your way into Fikrul's base and find the apothecary, first-hand knowledge will go a long way. Fikrul thinks he's beaten us, that you're in a stalemate, and he can toy with you. I know it's difficult, but for now, let him believe that. Take the chance to learn everything you can. We'll prove ourselves in the end.
All right, Guardian. Time to take another run at Fickrel.
I challenge you to make more of this mission than the last. The scorned Kell mocks us.
Fickrel has the Echo, yes. But the Guardian is not unarmed.
You're the expert on being unarmed.
Now. Let's focus up. Our goals are to find the lost apothecary, explore the fortress, and empower the Guardian's new weapon. Let's go. Hold up, Guardian. Something about that instrument changed. There's new playable notes.
Similar to an instrument of old Reese. Crude, but beautiful.
The scorn developing artistry. Preposterous.
The power of the Echo is great. Perhaps it grants more than undeath. Human legends viewed mirrors as gateways. Perhaps there is truth in this.
Maybe so. We saw the same thing in Savathun's throne world. Keep an eye on your new weapon, Guardian.
It grants sight beyond vision. Perhaps not everything is as solid as it seems.
My children served others. The great machine. My father. The witness. Now they serve themselves. They build their thing.
The Revenant plane shows a level of sophistication I've not seen from the Scorn.
The longer Fickrel possesses the Echo, the more his mastery will grow. As with Maya Sundaresh.
And we saw where that led. The sooner we get it off him, the better.
Fickrel rants about liberation as he builds an army of Elixni corpses. It's disgusting.
And familiar, yes. He speaks of unity, freedom from the great machine, hypocrisy of humanity. Aramis gave similar speeches, while Varix cheered.
I will not be compared to that maniac.
Enough! I'm done looking backward, hashing over every regret and poor decision. We've got a chance to do something good here. Let's not miss it by getting stuck in the past.
If the Echo has the power to make whole worlds, it's mightier than I feel it. I wonder what it might do in worthier hands. The Hive, fight alongside this drake of exile.
Hyrax learns much of the planes beyond. I respect such knowledge. The Mindbender flaunts his knowledge of planar travel. Pursue him back to Fickrel's lair.
It's the apothecary. You've done it, machine spawn.
Her name is Ixis. She is of old Reese. Perhaps older than Varix, even.
She's grateful for your help, but does not count any human as an ally. understands all you say, but refuses to speak in your tongue. We are kindred spirits. Do not fear. Ido and I will win her to our cause. Araski's returns. She exhibits more courage now than she ever did as an Elixni.
Her faith in Fikrul makes her bold.
Does not return to worship, to learn. No, it was ordered to kill. Every day the Scorn army grows, their bodies shaped by my hands. We are beyond death. Fear nothing, my children, for your father is King of Chaos.
This is a big deal, Guardian. The apothecary was our last missing piece. Hopefully she'll put Ido's tonic over the top. Next time we come back here, it'll be to finish the job.
I'm glad you called, Guardian. I've been speaking with the apothecary. She's quite a character. She says you're a light-eating demon who stole the great machine. And also, thank you. She's been a great help.
Lightbearer, I feel your power. A familiar tingle in this splicer gauntlet.
Father? What are you doing on this channel?
I hear screams wrenched from the throats of the Scorn. Oh, I smell their sweet rot.
Mizraxkel! Stay where you are. I'm coming.
Take me with you, emissary of pain. I will rip the echo from the Scorn Archon myself. We will devour their fear. Free me.
Guardian? Are you still there? I'm sorry. Mizraxkel is rarely himself anymore. I've sedated him for his own sake. We're almost finished with the tonic. Whether it will cure him or not is unknown. I'd best get back to work. Guardian, this will be the best and final test of what we have learned together. This tonic will alter the ether that flows through Fikrul's body, filling him with light. While the potion runs its course, he will be Elixni, not Scorn. My hope is that Fikrul will be cut off from his dark ether just long enough for you to put an end to him. To bring him a final death, as the ghosts say. I've had an injector prepared and delivered to you. I wish we could have tested it first. But we have to take advantage of Fikrul's arrogance while we can. I know you can do this, Slayer Baron. Our house trusts in you.
All is prepared for a final battle, Slayer Baron. Soon the Kell of Kells will be decided, yes? Since the House of Rain prophecy, many fought to unite Elixni. Varix was one of them. Much ether was spent over empty hopes, creating enemies, building nothing. When Mizraxkel made peace, House Salvation saw cowardice. We were haunted by memories of old Reese, prosperity, songs, kin, all vanished. We thought, with power, we will reclaim our home. But the more power we grasped, the further we drifted, until we became the whirlwind we fled. Now, there are only two. All other Kells fallen. All other houses ruined. Finally, Varix understands. What is lost is lost. Yes. We cannot reclaim, cannot go back. Varix's time is gone. He can preserve our history, but is not our future. That belongs to Mizraxgel, Ido, and the House of Light.
All right, Guardian. This is our last best chance to shut down Fikrul.
The concoction you carry will alter his ether, making him vulnerable for a short time.
Tear him open. Decorate his throne with blood. Then I alone will reign.
Father, you shouldn't be here. You're not yourself.
He will stay. If we succeed, he will be Kell of Kells. He should witness this. Curse be damned.
The instrument. It's been fully repaired.
There must be one nearby who tends to it.
We should find them. I would be most curious to meet a Scorn musician.
This place grows like a tumor on reality, leeching the very life from those who enter. An inspiration for my people as Kell of Kells.
Please, Father. You don't mean that.
With the mind and its knowledge of high magic, it's soon lost in the Revenant plane. We must end profaning it now.
The apothecary is free to go. Why is she still here?
She does not think Fikrul will turn her into a Revenant. Her knowledge of ether is too valuable. Besides, she has no desire to live with humans. Instead, she will study the Revenants and report findings to Ido.
That's insane. Imagine staying with the Scorn willingly.
She says you overestimate the appeal of your city. And suggests you dock yourself in a most exotic fashion.
Araskis throws her life away for the final time. I would give much to drive the final blade through myself.
save my children.
Old Reese. The Reese of my youth. Do you hear that, Guardian? The echo speaks to us. It is a memory of old Reese. Of a moment before the whirlwind. During an age of heroes. The echo wants to return home. To make Reese all of this whole again. And it wants me as its new bearer. I accept. But I have conditions.
She cannot be trusted with power. She knows only war. After all I've done for our people, the echo belongs to me. I alone can kill the kills. First and last, there are no others. I can feel it. The light flowing through me once more. You have my gratitude. Aramiscal. I greet you in the light once again, Guardian. You have prevented another whirlwind, and brought honor to the title of Slayer Baron. I am now Kell of Kells, but I do not embrace it with 4 arms. Though I feel the light flow through me once more, I fear the God of Pain will always be with me. A lingering note of discord in my blood. I thought to make Aramis or Varric's Kell of Kells, but they refused. Aramis offered me the Echo, but I could not accept. It has chosen her. Ido would keep the Echo in Soul to clarify the ether of the Scorn, but it is too great a threat. We cannot risk another mass corruption. Instead, Aramis will take the Echo far from this system. Perhaps she can finally create a new Elixni homeworld, as she always dreamed. Besides, House Light has all it needs here. Kin, allies, and the great machine above.
I'm the scribe of our house. Even so, I don't know if I can find the right words to thank you for everything you've done. My father's soul is intact. The houses of light and salvation are safe. And you made all of this possible. I really should thank you formally as a Slayer Baron of our house. But I hope you know that I consider you a true friend. I don't know if we can call Aramis-Kell a friend, but I owe her much. She could have taken the Echo and abandoned us, but she chose to help. Do you think our talks over the last few weeks got through to her? I'd like to think so. You gave her the chance to put some good in the world. Thank you for placing your faith in both of us, Guardian. The truth is, none of us can say what the future will bring. Maybe Varix really will rebuild the House of Judgment. Maybe we'll divide into many houses once again. Maybe the Elixni will drift away from Sol and find new worlds. For now, my people have a new Kel to unite them. To lead them along a path very different from the one that the Kels of old envisioned for us. Whatever comes, you'll always have a place in that future, Guardian. And a place in the House of Light.
So, you restored order to the Wraith, eh? Good thing, too. My scavenger crews were on the verge of mutiny. I'll admit, you deserve a measure of credit. Not actual credit, of course, and certainly not for me. The real distinction belongs to Ido and Aramis. Apparently, the ship stealer is embracing her name again, prepping a salvation catch for an interstellar haul. It's ironic. After all her flailing, Aramis finally created a new era for the Elixni. We're junking off for good. Safe drift, I say. Huh? Now, the Kell of Cattles is undisputed, and business can resume. Of course, there'll be upstarts and rabble-rousers. Plenty of Elixni still hate the Vanguard. But you'll put them back in line, eh? After all, the light provides. Oh, it's good to be back on top.
Guardian, I wanted to drop a quick thank you. I've learned a lot from my first assignment as Hunter Vanguard, and I couldn't have done it without you. Looking back, I might have been a little uptight about the rules. I didn't want to take too many risks on my first time out. Being Hunter Vanguard is a risky business. No way around it. I'm sure Cade would agree. And our riskiest move of all, setting Aramis free, ended up being our saving grace. The Echo chose her to cure Mizrax Kell and rebuild Old Reese. Her devotion to her people outweighed her hatred of humanity after all. And now that Mizrax is Kell of Kells, she can leave in good conscience, knowing that the Elixni of Sol are in good hands. Of course, that still leaves the city leaders. They're pretty upset that Aramis is in the wind. But they'll forget about her soon enough. Not me, though. I'll remember her as an unrelenting headache who helped put Uldren's most desperate mistake to rest and changed the course of Elixni history forever.
Machine spawn. This is Aramis of No House, Echo Bearer, and Voice of Reese. I reach you from the outer edges of Sol, where I am departing this war-torn slum forever. That I leave my people under your blithe tyranny shall be another of my unavoidable regrets. The Echo believes I am still worthy, but I am not so certain. I've been drifting for so long now. I barely remember who I was in this place. The Kell I am now has scars, faults, debts to repay. I've made so many compromises. Can I truly say I am of Old Reese? Ida would have me stay, of course, using my new power to reclaim scorn from the darkness. But the Echo calls me home. Its song resonates through every drop of my being. It sounds like gusts of ether flowing through canyons, roiling as clouds and condensing as dew, nourishing a paradise safe from humanity and the great machine. My kin will once again be weavers and dancers, instead of the scrabbling insects you made us. Soon enough, the machine spawn will be no more than a legend to frighten hatchlings. I shall build a new life with my family and think